policies. But when it comes to what is right, I mean, you and I have talked about this before. You've seen so many CAG reports, not our reports, CAG reports that talk about Swachh Bharat scheme toilets filled with no water because the union government cannot supply water, only the local body can supply water. Or funds that are not used because you cannot whitewash a thatched school. And this notion that somehow you can direct or dictate policy. And then the question then is, what is the intent? Is it to create a kind of cult? Is it to, we have an insurance program. For them, the TDS. In all of these things, Tamil Nadu was certainly ahead of the Indian average of the design of the union scheme. Then they design a scheme, and then they say, you have to change the name. If you want some share of it to be funded by the union, you have to change the name. We have an insurance program. They want to partly fund some of it. They say you have to put the Prime Minister's image on the card, on the ID card. We were already doing it before. Now, you get some. So, and I'll go even to the extreme in terms of schemes, right? Like we have this scheme called Jal Jeevan scheme, right? And it started out with, 60 or 80, 20, then 60, 40, then 40, 60, the usual model sliding scale. But they incentivize you to actually take the tap into every house in every village. Now, in a lot of cases, the villagers don't want the tap in their house. They have their own, mores and their own psychology about it. They want a public tap on the street. In my constituency in colonies where I've offered to run taps in the house, they say, no, leave the tap outside my house, not inside my house. But the scheme says you only get funding if you take the tap inside the house. This last mile delivery, why should there be a standardized model coming from Delhi about last mile delivery? Different people have different preferences. That's what the states exist for, that's what the local bodies exist for. Now, as far as the local bodies, I definitely take my friend's comment because, he has, unlike me, he has served as a sarpanch at the local body level. I completely agree with the lack of evolution. But it's a double-edged sword. In the case of Tamil Nadu, a lot of our problems with local bodies have to do with the caste problem. And it has to do with no matter what you do about reservations and all that. Once you get to a granular level where within the same geographical area, you reserve this as let's say, a SC seat. But there is a whole lot of non-SC people there. You start having caste problems and there's been violence and murders and all kinds of clashes and stuff like that. So my colleague, also the Minister for Planning, my colleague, the chairman, the vice chairman of the Planning Commission of Tamil Nadu, says the single biggest improvement in delivery of services and the equality of society in the rural areas of Tamil Nadu was when the line department started driving the program rather than the local body elected officials. Because if they did that, it was very biased and even letting out the temple lands and managing the tanks and all that, they would do on a caste basis or a communal basis or a religion basis. And once you standardize the model from Chennai, then it became actually better delivery. So I completely agree, you can't have it always. You can't say, I want devolution to my level but not below me. And again, I think time changes things, right? If you have greater education